So welcome back to HD Racing and welcome back to multiplayer. Let me take you right along as we are now in a spec event, because I was able to finish the qualifier series. And this qualifier series, the last race was not that interesting and also had some performance problems again. But it was actually also on this track, which is, as you can probably tell, Laguna Seca. But a variant that I was not familiar with, that I didn't know existed. It's like a short variant where you skip a lot of the beginning parts of the track, but you still do all the iconic bits like the corkscrew here. Yeah, we're just in practice right now, because I want to show you what this track is like. I'm going to take you around one more time, this section that, I don't know if that was, like maybe this was in Motorsport 7 and I just don't know it, or don't remember, because I don't remember driving that ever. But yeah, maybe I'm wrong and you can let me know if I'm just talking nonsense here. But for those of you who are in the same boat as me, you don't go towards left here and do this kind of semi-hairpin, but instead, oh, as I almost lose the car, go around here. Basically skipping a lot of the, let's call it infield, where you go towards the left and then do a couple of turns there and you exit out here where you are going towards the corner with the, well, very harsh dip and the sausage cup on the inside. That is basically the layout here. And yeah, I think since there's only 5 minutes left, I will take you to qualifying shortly. But first, just quickly to reiterate, this is the spec series. So again, no upgrading or tuning here. Well, tuning, yes, you can do, so fine tuning, but no upgrading. And we are in the touring car series, which also features pretty short races, just as the qualifier series, so no pit stops here. We're gonna do also other events with medium races and pit stops for sure, but for this we're doing touring cars, and I've picked the VW, I think it's the Experience Racing Golf GTI. Just one of the cars that kind of looked interesting to me, so I thought I'd pick that. I think I'm in a way too high gear here. But yeah, this is basically where we're at. And since we now did a little bit of warm-up, let's actually go to the menu, because you can do that always, also when driving. You can skip a lap if you want to start a new flying one, and you can do qualifying anytime that practice is ongoing. So you don't have to wait to a specific time. Just go to qualifying when you feel ready for it, and do it early enough so the timer doesn't run out before you can do your 3 laps for qualifying. Yeah, let's just see if we can't get a semi-decent lap in. I hope this doesn't invalidate my next lap, because I went off track. Inherited, yeah. So this one is not gonna count, which is very sad. So I'm gonna skip and go to the next one. So we only have 2. So you also see what that's like. It is what it is. You need to be a little bit more careful here. So let's maybe try, since we only have 2 laps, get a little bit of a safe one in first and then try to push it a little more on the second one. For qualifying, I picked the soft tires and reduced the fuel load. Probably not enough, but at least a little bit. Probably should have taken even less fuel than this. Let's see what we can do on our first lap here. Barely need to lift here, maybe even don't need to lift at all. This corner is always deceptively fast for how sharp it is, because of this dip, which can really pull the car around. Slow down enough for the corkscrew. not invalidate the lap on the last section here. This can easily happen. I always run wide at that last corner. Same here, this was close. Maybe even go out in second here, as to not oversteer too much. Let's see what our time is. It's a 109.7, so let's now try and push it a little more for this last chance we have here. Maybe we can improve a little bit here. Didn't really turn in early enough to be able to go flat through there, I don't think. A little bit hesitant. Could have gone faster there as well. I'm pushing out a little bit more. This should be an improvement for sure. We don't mess up the last corner. Yeah, 2 seconds on the split timer. That's pretty good. So that brings us to a 107.6, which puts us in P2 right now. That's nice. Guy in P1 is actually really fast with a 104.9. So he's probably a little bit more experienced on Forza Motorsport than I am. And probably just a better racer in general. I don't think I am all that great. Oh, someone else managed to do a little bit of a better time than me. Let's see where we end up in the end. Looks like we're at least at the front of the grid somewhere. Practice is gonna end in 10 seconds, so yeah, let's wait and see. I think there is no real point in showing you all the loading screens now, so I will see you at the starting line. Alright, here we are at the start of the race, and there's something really unfortunate going on. I was stuck in a very, very long loading screen and yeah, missed the chance to change my tires for this race. So once again, we are stuck with soft tires, which, as we have seen before, is not great, and that also is not great. I don't think this was my fault. There was some guy behind me that really drove into me quite hard, and I couldn't really do anything to avoid the wall. So this is probably our race over mostly, but maybe we will have the chance to go to the pits. Try to slow down enough to not hit this guy. Wasn't that bad of an impact. But yeah, a little bit annoying that I wasn't able to do tire changes at all. I was stuck on a loading screen for a very, very long time. And once it actually finally finished loading, I was... well, the countdown timer to the race was already at like 3 seconds or something. So there wasn't any chance for me to change tires, so we will have to make do with our shorts, shorts. It's a short race, that's maybe what I thought about, with our softs. Oh, that's not good. Running way wide. Here, 7 laps of this. I kind of doubt the tires will hold that long. Okay, let's let these guys through. Oh boy. That's gonna be an off track. Well, actually, no penalty for that. Try to get by this guy again. Maybe we can on a straight now. He leaves me the space. Oh boy. That was definitely too fast. Hit the wall again. Not my greatest performance so far, I have to say. But this is what can happen in multiplayer. I kind of wanted to go around the outside of this guy, but... oh boy. Yeah, I don't think this was warranted, but... I think there's one guy beside me I need to really take care. At least the proximity arrow shows, but no. Okay, I think this was kind of a bug. Because the proximity arrow showed that there was still someone beside me, but there actually wasn't. It's not great. Tire-wise, the tire health is still okay. We're heading into our 4th lap, so not quite halfway. Maybe the tire will last till the end, but as we know from experience, it's gonna degrade and make it very difficult to drive properly. Well, we'll see what we can do. This guy's skipping the corkscrew. As I go off track also. That's a track violation. Well, it happens. I wonder if all this crashing with no penalties and the off tracks are gonna affect my safety rating after the fact. We will see.
3 to go.
Like I probably also have some damage because of all the impacts that I had. I'm kind of afraid to check the telemetry now. Oh boy. Somehow unsettled the car over the curb, because I was quite a lot on the brake. It's probably not the wisest decision. Yeah, from the feeling, like if I want to describe how the touring cars, or especially the one that I'm driving, the VW Golf GTI, is feeling, it's very similar to the Honda Civic that I drove in the qualifier series. Very well behaved, quite understeery on corner exit, but fairly well behaved on brakes. Need to be a little bit careful, but it's not that difficult. And overall, I think very solid platform. Really wish I could have started on the right tires, and also maybe could have started without that big crash that sent me into the wall. That would have been nice. But that's racing, it sometimes happens. So, coming up onto our last lap. Tires are still okay. I can start to feel it. Oh, this guy was ghosted before he got back on track. And then he became solid. So if I had known that, I would have slowed down, but it looked like he was ghosted. Maybe I was wrong. But since the game didn't award me a penalty there, I think it may have realized this was also quite unsafe rejoin. But I don't know if this guy could have done anything about that. Okay, let's be a little careful. Tires are definitely quite degraded.
Total time penalty
What?
is about 1.5 seconds.
That was an off-track violation. Didn't really gain any time there, I don't think. Oh, okay. Let's be careful through the hairpin, or the corkscrew now, so we don't get any more penalties. So not the cleanest race, both from my part and from some of the other drivers here. So this might affect my safety rating, and since I didn't really finish towards the top where I started, maybe this will also affect my skill rating. We will see. I hope there's some kind of an end screen which shows me how this race affected my ratings. Let's see. So you can see here all the people that were participating and the lap times and total race times. So I got 2 penalties for cutting, and it doesn't really say anywhere here if this changed my ratings. Okay.
Nicely done. We finished P8.
We did. So yeah, would have been nice if we could have finished more towards the top, but it is what it is. As I said, this is racing, it happens. Can't really do much about that. Sometimes you just are involved in incidents if you want to or not, and sometimes you are lucky and avoid them. So yeah, let's take a look. Okay, we get, what is this? Driver XP, car XP, probably some credits. Yeah, I got some new unlocks for the car, which you don't need in the spec series because you can't upgrade the car here. So, race results. Doesn't really say how this affected my rating, does it? I don't think it does. Can save the replay, even though last time I did this, it didn't work afterwards. I tried to load it up, but it just didn't work. But maybe we can try that at some point again. But I think there's something going on with the replay system not working quite well. But yeah, let's take a look if this affected our safety and skill rating somehow. Is there anything here? Okay, not here. And on ratings, okay, safety rating stayed the same. My skill rating definitely went down a little bit. Maybe like 50 to 100 points. I'm not quite sure where I was at the start, but somewhere around that. So yeah, it changed something, but it didn't really tell me afterwards, unless I kind of missed that. So I think that's something they could improve on, because that would be kind of nice to know what the race results impacted in terms of ratings for you. But yeah, this was my first real race in the actual multiplayer in the spec events on the Forza Touring cars. Kind of fun. A little bit of an unfortunate race, but what can you do? But there's gonna be more multiplayer on the channel for sure. And if you want to see something else specifically, let me know if I should do some specific series here or something else entirely. Also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content from me, and I will see you next time. Until then, I've been HD Racing. Thanks for watching.